had something I was gonna say. I don't remember what. It was gonna be funny. Oh
Oh, we
well.
believe you.
Good. That's all we need. Time's come for more of punch things in the face until they are dead, or for everyone else, I guess, stab because you're all lame. It's a simple job. Our Pathfinder playtest, all rogue extravaganza. Ross will be a little late. Ross will be here. Ross, Josh, and our newest $90 patron. Again, kind of out of nowhere. That man up there, Jason. Thank you guys for your support. Tiki's in the chat right now. He's in the hangout. So thank you too, my friend. And Levi, funny story. Your name is McPeterson Smith, and right now my hangout is just capturing CP. So that's funny, and I'm not changing.
You're welcome.
Thank you, CP, for your support. And now we have a lot of combat that I'm at the bottom of the initiative on, so that's unfortunate.
And don't worry, other than just stabbing, I'm also going to make more people vomit, and hopefully.
As I look over to the window that the hangout is in, I see McP, which is not much better than CP. How have I never noticed that? Anyway, that's been my day. Jason, if you would, take this out of my hands. Shoot me if you dare. How many of these guys have broken bows? I don't remember.
Actually, only one.
Oh, fair.
We had one drop his bow, but he's recovered it now.
Good,
so,
as you do.
So as offline, Josh, sorry, Dale Never Know, commented, yes, we are back to the Apocalypse Now Heart of Darkness river battle scene.
Josh, I am so happy that for the first time, you guys have no idea, but when we used to play at home, and it was me and my friend and my ex and Josh, like Josh would make a bunch of references that were funny, but no one would ever get them, and now someone does.
It's true.
I'm so pleased.
It's true.
Finally, someone gets the weird references.
I think what it is that I subconsciously now stash in the warehouse or such all the references I don't think you'll get, and I concentrate really hard on bringing the one or two up that I think people will understand.
Ah, fair. So it's just a little self-control, not the fact that
there's
you
like,
Jason
there's
just
like
click.
there's like 50 jokes in the vault that I will never tell because I know they'll just fly right over. The arrows will not land.
As you do. As they're doing here in a simple job.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I think one of us got hit once. Not to like immediately sound mega cocky.
I
think he hit us one time.
My health is at 50%.
I should open my character sheet. We're in combat.
Between our side,
I got hit.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, please, someone try to move your token. Because I believe
Jason did it. He do.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it! You know how Roll20 works. Yeah.
I can't move mine.
Oh, well, I may be able to fix that.
Okay.
Jason now makes the second of two people, myself included, who has learned how Roll20 works literally while streaming. We're gonna figure this out together. Woo!
Let's see.
It's actually kind of
okay.
It's actually kind of funny. I grabbed the recent Humble Bundle just so I could turn some of the game images into tokens for alchemical items.
Nice.
I bought Pro because I was like, I want to have all the tools when to build mine whenever the time comes.
In Tuesday Night 2E. I see a moving Lillian dancing in the water.
Yeah, I'm
excuse
sending artwork every so often to you, Tommy. But other than that, I basically just I'm figuring out how it works before I start building anything.
Gotcha.
I also bought an RPG maker in case that becomes something I end up getting into.
Okay, that's what's up. So combats.
I can control my token now. It's nice.
We did it.
Okay.
I'm so proud of everyone. Mostly Jason, because he's the one who sets it up.
So here's the question. While we are waiting for Ross to arrive, who wants to decide his combat actions?
Well, I don't know what his initiative count is, and none of us are in the turn order. You have it.
He's right before or right after you.
Okay, I can try. I don't have a sheet. Is the rub here?
Oh,
I think given that the playtest is really small right now, and there's only so many feats, and I know kind of he's built around combat grab. He has a short sword.
yes.
I think I could probably put it together, and the numbers are basically accurate. But also, if he's at the bottom of the initiative, it may well be 20 minutes before he gets here. He might show up just
And
in
then we'd
time
be
for his
good.
first turn.
Yeah.
Well done. Well played.
Well, what I will say then is his next turn is his work is by consensus until he arrives.
Sure. Seems good.
Fair enough.
Okay. And we are at the top of the order.
Actually, not to interrupt. I know we're at the top of the order, but what
Go.
can is you can scroll up in the chat until we see somewhere where Ross has rolled, and then that's his mods. Hooray for technology!
So while you run other stuff, I'm gonna start stalking Ross.
Got it. The math guy would go back and get the simple numbers.
Okay. It appears one of his attacks is
Plus 11.
plus 11. That's probably
His first is plus 11 for then 2d6 plus 4, which would have been not his sneak attack. And then, so 11, 6, 1. Which was what the
okay.
multiple attack penalty was at base attack 11 anyway, back in the day. So, neat.
Okay. And at 2d6 plus 4 when it hits, that's not going to be too bad.
Indeed.
Yep. Now saves.
I imagine they look about the same as everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember, let's see, he has 16 strength, I believe 14 wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Charisma shouldn't matter. Noda has higher than me.
What if he needs to
14 or
seduce the
16 con.
bandits?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm just putting it out there.
The other thing is it's going to depend on what happens when someone's favorite elfie alchemist tosses another gas wretch-ish.
Please don't target
creation
Ross
at
for
him.
another 20 minutes. Wait till he gets here, then we can attack him. Attack him then.
Okay.
Yeah, just consider him
I know his
banished
AC
until
is
he comes
fine.
back and focus on everyone else.
That's also true.
Well, no. What I will say is if he's near people, I will give you a +4 to hit the person he's next to with one of those things when he gets back. That I call that a karma.
Ha! That's what
A
you get for
karma
being late,
attack.
son. That's what you get for having a family and people who love you, who aren't me.
And tacos.
And tacos. That's
Yes,
fair.
he did blame it on tacos.
Blame it on the tacos.
Okay. Oh, that, and we have to continue the abuse of Italian Christmas.
Oh, yes, we
So, okay, so now at the top of the order, I've finally come to a decision. They're going to realize that y'all have good enough armor that it doesn't make sense to just machine gun y'all, so they're going to limit their number of attacks. Maybe that way someone will actually hit.
do.
So we will begin with...
And not lose all their actions and bows and...
Yep,
Indeed.
something like that. Okay, we shall begin with Mr. One, who is here, and okay. Who's the one?
Stab the witch.
Actually, I think they honestly are going to go after Selimgar because they just saw him crunch a guy's head backwards.
Go jump over a dude and Superman punch him to death. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
Okay.
So here we go. D20 plus that much. And we roll.
In danger. That misses.
Uh,
Also, the random
Okay.
question: am I coming through everyone's left ear? Because I noticed the last episode of Wrath that went live.
No, I'm.
Oh, I'm hearing you just fine both.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
Yep, same
stereo.
here.
I have no idea what
You're-
happened in Wrath then. Fair enough. Got it. Proceed.
You're in
19 misses.
stereo. 19 misses. Yep. And he will hold his next 2 rounds. So his next 2 actions.
Okay.
So then we go to number 2. And yes, I have gone old school GM with the index cards as well.
Nice.
I can respect that.
Uh,
Here at the house, I have what is called my black book. And there's definitely, if I flip to like the first page, number 1, false floor in front of door. Number 2, anti-magic field. Tiki knows what I'm talking about. I will read no more because there are spoilers.
okay. And at Lillian,
Hey,
That's-
you hit.
it hit.
Good guy Levi, happy to announce that he's been hit by the GM.
After they like critically failed so much, you know.
It was a good opening 6 seconds.
Lily feels compassionate for the failing enemies.
Oh no, Lily does not.
Lily does
Levi
this. Leans in, gets shot.
Like Lily would happily pour a gas stretch down one of their throats.
On
Like
your initiative. Ooh,
I'd have to get up to them and grapple them, so it wouldn't work. But
yeah, fair.
anyway,
Right.
some damage.
8 points.
Not bad, especially because I am the least tanky thing around here.
Okay. And he will target, and again, he will hold further actions just because it's time for us to not fail every turn.
Indeed.
So next is Silumgar again.
That continues to miss.
Okay. And he will hold. Next is Lillian. And 17 misses. I'm rather sure.
Yes.
And now to the first player character, Dale, you're up.
And he might
All
even
right,
have a
let's
voice.
let's get after it.
Ooh, he can talk this combat.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
I'm keeping muted whenever I'm not talking.
Appreciate it. As much as I appreciate our first ever pseudo licensed merch, this here coaster. Because it keeps my coffee cup real quiet.
Sorry, just
Goodbye.
checking my bonus to roll
As you
real
do.
quick. There we go. And I'm firing on the one that I'm trying to click on which one I'm firing at. It's not working out so well.
Whoever it is, you just crit.
Yeah, I'd say that's likely.
The one directly ahead of me. I'm trying to like ping it and it's not working.
This guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Okay, so right, so two.
And remember because bows are deadly.
Got that
Yeah, they're
D10?
2d10s.
1d10.
So-
you don't get an
Oh,
extra.
it just adds a d10, right?
Right. It's not like fatal.
Yeah.
Right. So it's 2d6 plus 4 times 2, and then add a d10.
It's 46 plus 4 because in the playtest you use
Right,
you just
right.
double everything flat out, including
but
dice
it's not a
roll.
+1 bow, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
it's a +1 bow. Okay.
Oh, is it a
so-
+1 bow? Did I forget
Yeah.
that?
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there's the 46 plus 4, and
Okay.
here's the d10.
Respectable.
24. Yeah, that hits him with a loud thud.
It is good.
And you know what? I'm gonna try a second attack because it's d20 plus 5. So
What's the worst that could
Yeah.
happen? Rolls a 1. That is the worst that could
Yeah.
happen.
But it's not 10. It's not a miss by 10. So
so I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead, and I'm gonna stop and while I'm ahead.
okay. Next is this person here, and he says, "You just shot him. I'm going to shoot you."
Why yes.
24. Does that hit?
Yes, it does, and I can distinctly hear him saying, "You dirty rat! You shot my brother! I'm gonna shoot you!"
Ooh.
But he only does 13 points of damage.
He only does
We have a
almost
sudden
max damage.
Frenchman.
They have come over from Galt!
Well, I would say the accent reminds me a lot of the Robin Hood character out of the movie Shrek, but I realize being probably one of the few parents in the room.
Dude, Shrek is one of
Well,
my favorite
two
movies.
more
I don't
shots
even
like
care.
that, and I am dropping. So
Ha-ha!
that was nice.
Monsieur Hood. Look at that one. Best movie. I don't even care.
Don't feel bad, Buff. I've seen it.
I've seen all 3 of them and the Puss in Boots one shot. Is not the name of the movie, but that's what it was.
I will just say that admitting that I can quote large portions of it would probably be telling too much.
Movie's good,
And
though.
Lillian, you're on.
Well, I guess I was 8 when it came out. Fair.
Cool.
So,
Oh,
Lily, I don't
Let's
know what we're thinking about D3PO over here, but I was probably on my turn. I was going to use one of my strikes because I'm punching, I can do non-lethal. I was going to knock him out so as to have someone to interrogate when the fight ends.
Well, I do worry that just doing non-lethal wouldn't... I'm assuming he's going to kind of bleed out on his own.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
He's already unconscious.
that's fair. Oh, yeah.
So if he lives, he lives. If he dies, he dies. I'm just going to go on to the next person.
I guess that's where we're at, yeah. Well, in
even
that
if
case,
he lives,
you
I'm-
could pop an action to shank him.
Let's see. Where's my little... Which I'm always forgetting which tool lets me measure distance.
The 4th one.
Gotcha. So, nope, that's... Oh, okay. Yeah. Easy peasy. I don't want to waste one of my attack actions on reducing accuracy before I hit this guy.
Okay.
But I think... Yeah. I'm gonna play it nice simple. First action, use a resonance point to make a gas stretch for future use. Wait, no, I can't do that because it expires at the end of my turn. I guess I'll just run over and double shank. And I believe... Just double checking my to hit bonus. Yes, it is an 11. Shank 1 misses. That was with a particularly. And Shank 2
Shank
misses.
2 misses.
Both.
Well,
But I didn't crit fail.
no,
So-
you didn't. And you managed to scare him greatly.
Yep. You'd be like, hey, next turn you can put a gas wrench down his throat, like
First
said.
attack here, second
It's a fair
attack
point.
here.
That is a fair point, yes. Okay, that is his story. So the next person is the one recovering from your lovely ministrations. And, okay, 4.6. I'll just roll and add 6. Yay!
Oh,
And that will be his turn.
no longer sick, vomiting it all out.
Yep. So good for him. Now is the person you just tried to deal with. And he is going to drop his bow, draw his kukris, and get his one swing in. And a 12 is not enough to hit.
And it is enough to
allowed?
crit fail.
He knocked himself.
Nerd.
Yeah, that fails by
Yeah.
11.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. He is now down one of his 2 kukris.
Seems fair. If he had really crit fail, I would have requested that the Kukri would have flown into dying 3.
Yes. Yeah, if
If he had
I-
not
I-
one on top.
yeah. Okay. So next is our good friend here. And last time he shot at Saruk, and he's going to try it again. 17, I know is not enough to hit.
Mhm.
It's not enough to hit any of y'all.
Is not. Hooray, proficiency system.
And he's going to cut his losses. So next in the turn is our good friend at dying 3.
The thing about that is, in the playtest, I don't know how I feel about this mechanic, but when you go to dying, you in the initiative move to just before whatever puts you to dying. So he goes right before I do now. As opposed to
Okay.
going on count 21.
Okay, well,
So does that mean he should have already went?
No, I'm bottom of the initiative.
yeah.
Right,
okay.
right. Yep. I'm thinking of something else.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is one thing that's rather weird about the playtest. Of like, why would it move you in the initiative?
I'm still thinking it's so Paizo can sell those magnetic initiative boards so you can just move everything. How easy, how convenient,
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah, it just makes it more confusing. Leave him in the same initiative.
I'm inclined to agree.
Okay. Well, I'd forgotten that, but we can definitely make that happen. Okay, next is, where are you? There. Okay, you're the easy shot. So, Silumgar. Incoming.
That is an exact fumble.
Scrapes his arm with the bowstring, drops it, cursing loudly.
Yeah, you would too. Ow.
Like a kicker on a field goal banging the upright.
Except
Well,
for running a string down your arm.
For those of us who have done archery, yeah, there's a reason why people wear guards.
Indeed.
I learned
Yeah,
that
those
the hard
abrasions
way.
can be bad.
Mm-hmm.
First time I shot a 65-pound recurve.
Whew. Whew, Jason.
That was an
I-
ouchie moment.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I tried to pull my brother-in-law's 80-pound and wound up slicing into my arm when.
Ooh.
And who said a bow wasn't a melee weapon? Just give it to the hands of the untrained.
But it's only one against yourself, unfortunately. Okay, and since we're dealing with that again, the next person up will go right before Saruk. So our next contestant is right in front of Saruk. And he's going to drop his bow and go to knives.
Seems good.
So 1, 2, 3, and swing. And is he perhaps having a... Do you think he has better than a 22?
He has
Sorry,
a 23.
21?
I just
And-
remember that he has the same AC as me.
Mhm.
Yep. And you hear a splash as the kukri hits the water about there. One of these days, no fumbles.
Indeed.
Okay.
At least he's not missing a digit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give us a sec. We'll get there.
Yep. He's next, and best target is Dale.
Ooh,
25.
Yeah.
Dale's getting strict.
That gets it.
7 points.
Well, I'm down to 17 of 68.
Okay.
Make like Earnhardt.
I didn't get that reference.
A shocking development.
Dale Earnhardt did. You get away. From
Oh, Dale, but he got wrecked and that's bad. Like he died.
What? Oh, yeah, his dad did. Never mind.
I-
I'm thinking Junior.
Yeah, well, I was talking about Junior.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking about his dad.
As in hightail it out of there.
Yeah, I'm showing my age.
Okay. So
Granted, I
now
was always a fan of Rusty Wallace, but
when I watched, I liked Kyle Petty and not Junior. Okay, the gentleman who Silumgar is currently holding his neck at a strange angle. He gets his roll to hopefully not die.
Indeed. He's right there. DC 15 flat check. Ah!
Oh man.
So then that means that D3PO. I've been watching a lot of Mark there, and I realize I'm taking not the worst thing. So now he is prone, he's dropped his weapon, and he is wounded 1 with 1 hit point.
Yay. Isn't it so much nicer whenever I get to draw new things?
And I remember which direction. That way. Ohio's that way. Okay, let me glare at Levi real quick. I'm good. Thank you, Kane.
Wait, what'd Kane say?
He makes that noise a lot whenever something like this comes up. That exact.
Oh. Okay.
Hey,
Why
I
am I-
forgot just.
Why am I thinking of Kane from Red Alert now making that sound?
Not quite. Kane from Canada.
Oh, okay.
The only Kane in Canada.
Just the one.
Yes.
The name is banned. The name is restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend is definitely not named Candy.
Of course not.
So it is Saruk's turn.
So actually, it's the guy who's wounded one acts right now. He goes on the
Oh,
initiative count
he
at the
does?
moment. Yeah,
Oh,
he's on the ground. He doesn't have a weapon. Well, rather, whatever he was holding,
Yeah.
he dropped.
Yeah, he didn't have his bow because
Mm.
he didn't have a chance to go. All right, so he is prone. So he will stand up, draw a kukri, and hope and pray this works. Because otherwise he's going to die. Because y'all don't seem to be interested in taking prisoners so far.
That hits. It does not crits. It does hits.
You know what is funny about that?
Hmm.
It took him nearly being dead to hit you.
To find the motivation to get at my kidney.
This isn't even my final form.
Now I'm fighting Frieza. How wonderful. 11 damage.
Yeah, 11 damage. Actually, I would say it's more like he tries to hamstring you and pull himself up at the same time.
Makes sense.
And you're like, oh, wait, not unconscious man. Got it.
That loud crack was just him getting a really bad crick in the neck.
Ooh, yeah, indeed.
Merely a flesh wound.
And it is your turn, Tommy.
Alrighty.
I have a strange feeling I know what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna heck him.
It's
I'm
just
gonna
a scratch.
hack him real hard. Sealamgar turns this guy's direction, remembering he exists once again. First action is to do a strike. But I roll a 13.
Miss.
But not critically so.
So second action is a 19.
Which does hit.
Okay. So that puts him from 1 hit point to 0 hit points. And I didn't
Yep.
crit him. So he goes, since he's wounded 1, his dying value, when he goes to 0, increases by 1, putting him at dying 2.
Oh, dang, too.
Mhm.
You know
then-
what? Just going to write that on his card instead, because I have a feeling it's going to go back and forth.
Yeah, they
Quick
tend to.
thing. Your claws are agile, right?
Yes. That should have been one higher.
Cool.
You are correct.
Okay. I mostly asked because his AC just went down to 12. And if
Mhm.
you wanted to try and finish that off.
That is the plan. But a 9 misses. So, like,
Yep.
first punch comes wide, second one gets him in the throat again, then as he goes back down, try to follow through and I guess, like, contact the ground instead of him. But that's my turn.
You were distracted by your bleeding thigh.
Yeah, it stings.
Yeah.
Owie.
And next is Saruk.
So then,
So he has right before him is this guy. He gets to make the same DC 15.
he only has to make a 5. Because he's dying 1. It goes
Oh.
up as you go down to dying.
Yeah.
So he's good.
So he's back up, and he would definitely draw / and
Gotcha.
hope for the best.
Okay.
So 1.
Ooh. Okay.
Congratulations, Ross. Whoa.
I was just planning on stink bombing him, but this is gonna. Could feel really bad about him ending up being, well, dead by the time he gets here.
Indeed.
For 20 points of damage.
That's a pretty big hit.
Not a small hit.
Yep. That's a definite ouch.
It's just a flesh wound, maybe.
With the rest of his guts
No.
spilling out of that flesh wound.
That's a lot of Neosporin in pharmacy that's going to have to get purchased to cover that boo-boo.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah. And second round
Also is a natural point.
goes from a +9 to a 5. Okay, this is me rolling, so
Fair. Well,
23.
Still lands. Exactly.
Still lands.
does he have nimble dodge?
I do not know.
I don't think he does. I think he took something. Dang it, Ross.
Yeah, he was, as far as I know, his optimize was grab and stab.
He's doing the grab and stab.
It's like, excuse you, Neosporin is for external use only.
Yeah, don't put that in your intestines, kids.
Well, he only took 5 more.
Fair.
So, I mean, that's a mere 25. I mean,
It's
How-
a perforated lower intestine, okay? Get it right.
Yeah. Get some tape. It'll be fine. Don't drink anything. It's going to come out.
Yeah,
Water
it's
grass.
it's like yeah, I emptied your belly, but hey, I nicked your leg too. That one doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah. Much more concerned
And-
with the big wound.
and now it is his turn. So he would do his best to return the favor. So I figured out he was
Plus 11 to hit.
+11. Okay. 19, that hits.
And did he have the guy combat grabbed?
I think he did. Which was just making flat-footed.
Right.
Oh, speaking
So
of that.
give
Oh,
him
you're
sneak
rolling
attack.
for him. I see. Fair enough.
That's why I asked.
So he would be flat-footed and sneak attack would resolve, yeah.
Yeah.
So 46
So-
plus 4.
Which is going to be dead by a whole lot.
Nice.
So now he is at dying 2.
That's good.
Ooh.
Payback's a
Oh.
B.
Wait a second. Tommy,
Yes.
did you took the guy in front of you back down to dying again, correct?
Yeah, I did manage to hit him with the second strike, so he's at dying 2 right now.
No, I just looked at his previous. So, he is now at dying dead.
Well, I mean, his dying condition, he might have been at 3 when he got up, but then he got back up, and then the death counter, as it were,
Oh.
ticks back up from 1 to 4. It's just the wounded counter that spreads it along, so he doesn't get up,
Okay.
down forever.
I didn't know that. I was working off what I remembered from the Greenwich Colony game.
Yeah.
So I didn't remember that dying resets
hmm
back
Yeah, it
to
does.
0.
When
Okay,
we were playing in
sure.
Greenwich Colonies, when can't even remember the character's name now. When Bren was going up and down, it was a different rule set that hasn't been changed as the playtest went on.
Yay. Okay. Well, that being said, we start to get the slow drift as the first boat.
Those are tokens. I thought they were just on the map. Neat.
continue to float.
Make a convenient bridge there at the end. Oh, that is nice.
And next, and start at the top. So up here, we are, who's the closest person? Selimgar, of course.
Me.
And here we go.
That misses.
17 misses, and we know better. So he's going to move to he's going to move to up here. And that ends his turn. Next is him. He will move to here, and again, you're the closest target.
Also misses.
Well,
Thank you,
I seem
RNG.
to. Okay. Next is him, and he will shoot at Silungar, or sorry, Saruk.
Which just
23. That, hey, for these guys, I will take just hits
Indeed.
for a massive 5 points of damage.
So a total of 30.
Yep. If he hadn't gotten pinged much, my guess is that's less than half
Yeah, that's
of
probably right.
his total.
I think he got hit once, but that's it.
Yeah, but he is the tankiest of the tanks at the moment. Next person. Yeah. Okay, how did we do measuring distance?
The it goes pointer, then brush. Well, yours looks different. The one that looks like a circle with it, like a power sign turned 45 degrees.
Okay.
And then click on that, and then you can like click on a point on the board, and yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We will move to here, and I'll let you guess who the arrow is coming after.
The green guy, that one there. I might have hit him. Misses me.
I came closer to hitting him than you.
Indeed.
Okay. And next is Dale.
Dang it, Josh.
Yeah, I was aiming at the same guy that I was firing at before. I'll try again, and this time I'm gonna try to hit the guy that's a dying one.
Okay.
That guy has a +1 to his armor class versus Dale because he's prone. But a minus. It comes down to a -3, I think.
Okay.
So an AC of 15?
It does not hit. Their AC is 18.
I don't want to try a third time. But I will move myself over here to the head of the boat.
Okay. That works. Next is him right here. And he actually got you last time, so he'll try that again. Of course, That doesn't work. And he will stay there. Okay. And Lillian, it's your turn.
Yeah,
And good news, Ross is
yeah. Mac
saying
is like,
things.
yeah, Mac is like, when do you jump in? And we're like, no.
I may have phrased it a little differently, but that's the same
Just
vibe.
jump in! Close enough.
Yeah,
Nice.
same vibe.
Yeah, same idea. I'll watch the chat for him to show up, I suppose.
Sounds legit. Okay, so there's this person here, and
Okay.
he threw a kukri. I want to stab him real good, okay? And he's not letting me stab him. There we go.
He's letting you stab him.
Uh,
Oh, I'm so sorry,
I
man.
don't-
Whoop.
Go ahead and do your thing. I'm just curious whether or not he survives it.
Our rapiers.
Spaghetti
Rapiers are
spaghetti
getting the
twirl
DA,
that
aren't they?
guy's liver.
You would with a rapier too. Just whoop, 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 whoop.
Pate.
Ate!
Okay. Right, and I did my stuff correctly because the rapier is generally a 2d6, doubled. I added a d8 because it's rapier, and I doubled my +4.
Nice.
Nothing I'm not thinking about?
It looks right to me.
Cool. Well,
right
I
to me,
stibbity
too.
stab him with 26.
Artful.
That hurt.
Okay, he's still standing though, correct?
Oh, yes.
Just double checking.
Swings again. Just double checking.
Yeah.
There's a Ross.
Damn.
Oh, I am here.
I've got to say, the difference between those two damages is pretty sad.
Indeed.
That,
Well,
that's not a
Oh yeah, that
Ross.
is significantly sad.
That
Well, the first was a
looks-
crit, but
So who
That
wants to tell Ross he's taking 30 damage?
Josh
apparently
does.
you.
That's not a Ross. That's suspiciously like a Tarrasque.
He does look a little hairy.
I didn't get to shave today, unfortunately.
eh,
Yeah, you can kind of see it. I wasn't legitimately meaning the facial hair that's growing in.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't really. But yeah. So I'm down 30. Is that correct?
Yes.
yes.
Yep.
All right, that's fair. I'm still at 33. So
One of those was a crit for 20,
Oh,
and then 2 hits for 5.
oh.
Our right
So
flank is not doing as
really,
well
there's
as it
just
could.
been one. So really, it's just been a crit has taken me down really bad. Which to be
Yes.
fair is
Yeah.
that's how crits work. So hey.
Yeah,
Indeed.
like I go from 26 damage on my crit to 9 on my normal hit. It's
Yeah.
nearly- Whew.
It's night, especially when you're in a party of all rogues. That's a night and day difference.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, okay. About this guy I just shanked with 35 damage worth. Still standing, correct?
Still standing.
So, I don't think any of the things I can really do.
You miss 100%
Let's
of the
see.
shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, but what if I crit fail and throw my rapier away?
I'll grab it.
Yeah,
for you, like I did last time.
Wayne Gretzky didn't have the fear of throwing his stick out and hitting a fan in the head.
Let's see. Let me
Then-
think what your move speed
Well, if you lose your
Okay.
rapier, you distract them with alchemy items while you go pick it up.
That's a
Yes, we have the
point
smoke
which I
stick
can
for
do.
'em.
So can I use my last action to step and stand here?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh,
I see
All
what
right,
you did there.
3 actions.
We on the left flank who are doing much better than they on the right flank. Well, they are on the
Well,
right
we're
flank.
also
now.
fighting many fewer people.
Yeah, we got 3. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get 10.
Yeah.
And the actual player to the PC was gone.
I mean, you rolled. You did
Yeah.
damage.
yeah, you you did put some rather significant hurt on someone. So, okay.
Hey, I mean, I managed to build Saruk competently. I've learned from Tarask.
Okay. And who are we shooting at? But
One of our
Silumgar.
friends! Oh, okay. That works too.
Oh, that's a crit fail on a crit fail.
Oh god.
Yep.
I would love to just step out of the way and let the arrow take his friend. Oop.
Nope.
Okay.
If it did though, you can't kill him. You have to make him live with it.
Just stuck in his arm forever, can't come out. Cool.
Nope.
No, you said the arrow takes out his friend. Well, you can't kill the guy that took out his friend. You got to make him live with it.
No,
No,
fair.
you killed your friend. You live with that.
You go home and think about what you've done.
And bury the rest of your friends, please.
Okay. He is unconscious and took damage from his bow snapping.
Whew.
And it's a composite bow. So,
That indeed would hurt.
yeah, nat ones are not good. And
Yes, you are the most brutal GM out of all of us when it comes to nat ones. And, well, Tommy did make the group of Doomsday Dawn basically out of the fight against Manticore for
That was rough, yeah.
one hour. That was one really bad nat one.
It's not my fault they all fumbled on climb checks on a narrow mountain pass. Chewie got it.
yeah,
Chewie
no,
got
but
it.
like, wow, that was bad.
Considering a snap bowstring on a 60 to 80 pound draw can nearly sever a wrist.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
Well, let's put it this way. He took 13 damage.
Mm-hmm. That was almost max.
That seems acceptable.
Yep. Okay. So, what is our friend here going to do with the elf lady who just poked him? I know he's going to try to return the favor. And with the 16, that's not even going to be close.
No. But it's not a crit fail.
No, it's not a crit fail. How lucky does he feel? How dead does he feel?
Two very different questions.
I feel like there's a correlation.
And
Potentially.
the 20 won't hit you either.
No, it will not.
So, that being said, his only real chance is to flee in terror.
Oh, good
As
job,
all
Lily.
should.
Flee before the might of Lillian.
Okay.
No, it's very rare to actually. It's very rare for me lately to actually see things flee. I've not fought things intelligent enough to flee lately.
Yeah, I haven't really either.
Okay. And
No, get it right, Mac. You haven't fought anything that's survived long enough to flee.
Okay, Miss Enru, Miss Flash over here.
yeah, we both know you're gonna be able to take him down, but still,
I'm just thinking about my options.
Just doing the measuring.
okay.
On the subject of
Here's
options,
the next
Jason, how
question.
deep is the river? Did we ask that last time?
No, y'all haven't even asked.
Fair enough.
Oh boy, that's the type of GM response that makes me concerned.
Someone feels like taking a dip in the water, huh?
And then realizes the water's like 6 inches after you push somebody in. Oh.
Or a crocodile comes out.
Or crocodiles come out.
What? So what? You don't remember the scene out of the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
It has been a long
I
time.
remember the
since Prince of Thieves.
scene. I remember the scene out of Hook. So
Which one was that
I am
one?
now going to listen for a ticking clock.
Is that the one that had
the-
Nelson Mandela in it?
I don't think Nelson Mandela was in it.
Or,
No,
I'm thinking of the
Robin
Do
Hood-
wrong
you mean
Morgan
Dave
Freeman.
Chappelle?
No,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Morgan
Morgan
Freeman.
Dave
Okay.
Chappelle was in it.
Oh. I don't
Morgan-
know. I'm terribly sorry to anybody out there.
Mor-
That those
Morgan-
people are.
Now
More-
all I can see is Tyrone the crackhead in a Robin Hood movie.
Y'all got any more of that chaotic good?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves had Morgan Freeman. Robin Hood Men in Tights had Chappelle.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Then yeah, I know the movie. Sorry.
Fair
Okay,
enough. Oh,
so
man, sorry.
it was a toss-up, but
And there's a new
For
Robin
the-
Hood movie that just came out too.
Okay, that one it just uses the name of Robin Hood, but let's get back to the game at hand.
Get back to
okay.
dodging
Well,
these arrows.
first arrow comes at you, Saruk.
Gosh darn it, let's go back to talking about
Robin
let's go
Hood
back
was
to
a
talking
great
about Robin
movie.
Hood and
Such a movie. There was one with Russell
Ouch.
Crowe too,
It was a classic of our time.
and there was one with
It's
the
I
Fox.
remember the Prince of Thieves one well.
Yeah, hey, on the bright side, it still wasn't a crit.
Yeah, no, okay. How much is this? I didn't come back for this. I didn't come back for this.
Should have stayed with those tacos where it was safe.
11.
Oh my god, don't get me started on the taco shop.
That good?
No, well, the food was amazing, but let's just say that I'm not going back there I'm not going back there anytime before I play the game later that night.
Fair enough.
When I told you guys I was being late, that was after they told us they mixed up everyone's order and was having to retake it all.
Oh God.
The service was horrible.
Yeah,
Yep. Well, he's feeling lucky. Which is
that's a failure.
that's
That
a
doesn't
fail.
hit me. It's not a crit fail, but it doesn't hit
Nope.
me. So, ha!
And he will call that good. Next in the order is him. And he is currently at dying 2. So let's try the
Remember, he goes right before I do. Initiative is weird in the Pathfinder playtest.
like I said, it's this gentleman over here. And his turn. And he is going to move. He is 25 feet
Okay.
and take a
That looks
shoot.
like a firing squad.
Yeah, it does. Too bad they can't hit. Oh.
Okay,
And
and
that's
with
my
that,
pride.
they-
I'm gonna get crit real
they-
hard.
They are a firing squad. A hitting what they're firing at squad. Maybe not so much.
Hey, in my opinion, they've been hitting pretty decent.
Yeah, the two people on the right side of the river are taking a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Lily and I are. Yeah.
to
you
be
got
fair
it.
though, that
Hey!
is because the
That
number
hits.
of hits to I don't think their aim percentage has gone up. I just think the amount of shots they put down in wind has.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 26
Uh,
does
They're
it.
focusing on me, and I still have a pretty good AC.
Pride half comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I have a pretty good AC. I'm pretty certain that's not prideful. Oh God, I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Average damage.
See.
Slightly under.
Yep.
Bring me at
So-
18 damage though.
Okay.
Can they target the monk since he's being cocky?
They just did.
Yeah, they did.
They're working on it.
There are
Okay,
You see
yeah.
that
five
firing
dudes.
squad?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's
I
for
can
the
just see
monk.
it now. He's doing all these fancy exotic poses. Turns to look over his head, just sees a firing squad. Oh no!
Dodges 4, gets the 5th.
It's like the
No.
scene from The Last Samurai at the very end.
Yeah. Well, they don't have Gatling guns. Jeez. Love that movie.
Not yet.
They all go to 1870 something, come back
Yep.
with Gatling guns. Faced us.
Okay.
We are in danger.
If there are Gatling guns, I need to learn how to make them.
Yeah, we'll just kill
Last I
one.
checked, we weren't playing the Rasputin.
We're not playing
Adventure Path.
Rasputin Must Die. That's fair.
Oh my god, I want to play that sometime. I want to play that Adventure
Rasputin
Path.
2E seems interesting.
You hear that,
Yeah, if
Paisa?
we play-
Reprint
if we
Reign
pl-
of Winter in Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Hey,
So
if
many
we
people
play
will
that,
play
we
it.
have to play the meme song, Rasputin.
Wait, so are we talking like
Yes.
the electro swing one, or are we talking like the original one? Because
The
the electro
electro
swing.
swing one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
The
one.
disco
Okay, that one's
era
not a
one.
meme song. That's just a good song.
Everybody has to go out and get solid black
Okay.
contacts. Oh, look at that.
And that would mean he has not woken up and he's now at dying numero tres. Okay. This continual I'm dying, no, I'm not is not good for people.
Yeah, no.
If I could state it any more amusingly. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna stand his ground because he got some good hits in last time. And Saruk, 17, I'm sure misses.
20 misses.
And he will not try for 3. Because
You would literally need to roll a natural 20 in order to hit me. He needed to roll a 19 with a +4 to hit me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, pretty tough to hit.
Well, technically, y'all cannot critically fumble against these guys for the most part, unless you roll at 1.
Mhm.
So when you fumble, it's bad.
Oh yes,
But-
no. Well, I think we can all agree that
Well-
whenever you fumble, it's going to be bad.
Well, if you
But
But
remember
there's
that
a
old
difference
adage,
between a nat 1 and a beneath 10 fumble.
Well, it is now this guy back here, and wouldn't you know it, I would say that qualifies as Dale being flanked.
By whom?
Well, he has bad guys
Archery
in front,
flank.
and
To flank someone, you need to have 2 people adjacent to him in such a way that you can draw a line through him. Dale has no one next to him who's not Saru.
okay.
That's
Well,
a quickly rules lawyer, but
hey, I'm still learning
fair.
Yeah.
the playtest rules, so that
Yeah,
makes sense.
the only person beside Dale is a friendly ally, and even if they had some like
Yeah.
gang up, that still wouldn't trigger. Because the only person near him is an
Because
ally.
flanking doesn't get ranged.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
He's
reach
not threatening
flanking.
with his bow. He's not threatening with his bow.
Yeah, no, that's what
Right.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, he could be. There's a feat for it.
flanking gets really weird when you add in pole arms.
It gets really fun.
Uh,
Combat patrol.
Well, true.
Dale does a 20 hit.
I'm pretty sure his
no,
AC
it,
is also
no, it
23.
doesn't. It doesn't. It is a
Uh,
23. Good job, Lily.
With for
Oh,
1.
when you joined the 23 club.
Do I have the lowest armor
Dale's been
class in the
there.
party? What?
You
even?
do.
Oh my god.
And
You
You
misses
have a
game.
22 AC, don't you?
I do. That's correct.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Weird.
Gone are the days of the monk being the highest AC member without even trying.
It'd be different if it was a pure monk, because would be probably expert in unarmored,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is
versus
it.
currently where you're.
I haven't taken
So.
that feat yet. I think it's on my list.
Okay. Now it's the person in front of Silumgar. And
Who gets up at wounded
Hey.
2. Damn it.
you
You're
knocked me
just playing
down.
whack-a-mole.
Pretty much.
I get knocked down, then I get up
And-
again.
I use my reaction to nimble dodge. It misses.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys.
And-
You'll get him. Remember that old adage that says, a clock is only is twice, it's right twice a day. That's still a 1 in 360 chance. So
Unless
You
it's
have
a
a
digital clock running on military time.
Or you just
yeah,
crit
but then
me.
you have, but you still have a 1 in 20 chance of critting him.
Indeed. I have
Uh,
no means of mitigating that critical. I do not have shield proficiency until next level. Oof.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Remember, Lily, we could have killed him. We didn't kill him, though.
Well, actually, I can't really say don't blame another for this problem because I don't know how the problem.
We were
Well,
both shaking it
okay.
at the same time, and then she moved when she could have shanked him. Got it. I have 36
Yeah.
damage on me.
Always double
Yeah.
tap.
Always double tap.
Well, this
Pathfinder
is like always
playtest,
quad
also
tap.
known as Zombieland.
Well, yeah.
It's not dead until it's all the way dead.
Yeah,
Not dead till the GM turns off initiative.
indeed.
And now the
I want to see severed heads here.
I'm trying. I think it's my turn also, yeah?
yes.
Did I
it
even have
is.
a turn?
You go after me.
Yes.
Oh,
Heck him.
sorry. Forgive me. I didn't remember the initiative.
So he's at wounded 2, and that's a critical, which will put him to dying 2 plus 2, dying 4, dead.
What is it they say about payback?
Payback is in the form of Selimgar going into wolf style. I'm going to say his kukri goes like into my hand. I don't try to block because I'm so tired of him and willingly accept the hit to get like up into his nose and like push up here like this to get like, I forget exactly what the science is, but something punch their nose, something
Oh
brain
yeah,
is
yeah,
sad.
yeah. Tiki knows that. Isn't it
Yeah, it's the
basically like? Yeah, you
It's a
strike the
piece of cartilage you're shoving into their brain.
And heck
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
For my second trick, 5, 10, 15 from a third trick. I'm going to try to strike this dude. I'd have a 22 to hit.
And that will hit.
Alrighty. Now I have to remember what my damage dice are because I didn't have to roll for damage that time. Okie
Well, if
dokie.
you're
Should
going
be 2d8 plus 4.
D plus
Yeah.
5.
if you're going by Andrew's book, though, it's not dead till you're playing kickball with its head.
If you're going by, what was your character's name in my game? Was Tiki, wasn't it, or was it? It isn't dead until you're using its head to bash in the skulls of its allies.
14 damage.
Yeah.
14
Tinker
damage
yours.
on number. And as you hit him, he drops to the ground and appears to be, well, dead-ish.
Good enough. Actually, it's not good enough. But it is a start. So just
Yeah.
like punch that dude in the cartilage, turn, slide in the mud, run, go sprinting, and punch this dude and just like carry him to the ground.
Yep.
Nice.
Now it is the person over here in front of Suruk. And he gets up off the ground.
Wait, this one's at my
So-
bottom right.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
They're very good at stabilizing.
Yep. One grab a knife, one to stand up, and one to swing.
No. Oh, that's almost a
And
critical
it's a
fail.
miss. Well, he has been mostly dead for a while. Sorry, have to get the Princess Bride quote in.
Fair enough.
That is a
Yeah,
movie I
yeah.
have not seen, but laugh at the.
Oh.
Okay then.
There's a lot
You
of
should-
movies. Go talk to the IOPC
Yeah.
guys. There are a lot of movies I
Yeah.
have not seen.
Okay. And Suruk, it is your turn.
Alright then. First things
Jeez.
first, I'm gonna combat grab the dude in front of me that isn't dying because
Okay.
I didn't realize because I probably don't realize the other guy is not up, staying up. Is that enough?
Yeah.
All right, so that's
Yes.
6 plus. Let me just check my damage here. Yep, that's 2d6 plus 4. And now he's flanked. So this is a plus 7. I presume 14 doesn't hit his flat-footed.
No.
All right then.
Yeah, because his flat-footed would be 16.
I presume a 19 hits.
Yes, a 19 will hit either of them. But you're talking about this guy right here, correct?
Oh, I'm talking. I should have specified that. That last. So I'm gonna like swing a couple of times at the guy in front of me, and then I'm just gonna like notice the other dude's up and go like, oh, and just like cut him down again.
Okay.
7 for. Oh, that's sad damage for me.
Okay, it can be sad damage for you. And he is now at dying 3.
Sit
'Cause all you
back
gotta do
down.
is 1 HP.
Okay,
Yes.
and we are back to the start.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. That's gonna be the entirety of this battle, isn't it?
The entirety of the Pathfinder playtest.
Yeah, my friend at work when he was working at Walmart used to call me Chumbawamba because I would hum that song all the time.
So-
And
How much do you wish that the dead things just stayed dead?
Eh.
next arrow goes by Silumgar.
Yes, it does. Closer.
If I were to be completely
And
honest,
the
I'd
one
prefer there
after
to be
that?
an action like a coup de grace where you could just completely finish off a downed creature. But
19 misses as well.
Yep.
Hmm.
And that's his turn. Next. Same difference.
That also just misses. That one hits.
Oh, no.
No, that one does not hit. That one's 5
Oh,
lower.
oops. Yes, it is.
Phew.
My apologies.
However, the
That's
firing
one
squad is
bad
beginning to
thing
get the
that-
range down.
yeah, you might.
My plan is to, if Lily will help me, kill this guy, then kill this
Yeah.
guy, and then we have a bridge here, and we just run across and start making our way up.
After watching Ultimate Whack-A-Mole, I think Lily's a little more on board with the shank the downed person.
Indeed.
Okay. Saruk.
That's a crit miss.
That's a critical miss, but not a full one.
Not a
So
one.
he loses his bow and loses the rest of his turn.
Okie dokie.
And okay. And yep. And Silumgar.
That is a fumble. Neat.
Bow cracks is now unusable, and it is now now a problem for him.
Tommy, I would like to offer
Yes.
you an apology.
For what?
I have found a DM that is even more abusive to things weapons. So the kukri is not so bad now.
Fair
What are
enough.
you talking about?
Apology. The man broke his bow instead of just dropping a kukri into the water. Though there have been a couple kukris this session dropped into a body of water.
Ye-
You've been very good about them.
Well, I try to behave reasonably. And Dale, your turn.
All right, let's get him.
Which, there's a lot of ums. I'm not sure which we're getting.
I'm going to bop my way over here,
Bop,
Bop.
and
bop,
I'm gonna
No.
drop the dying 3.
Drop, died 3, guy.
No, just drop it like it's hot. It'll be all right.
Both are fine.
What?
Aha!
Yep. Flavor that kill.
I put my short sword through one of his eyeballs and and look up at it with satisfaction as I then turn my head to the other one and grin.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to
Boys,
then
stop stealing my credit.
and I'm gonna then try to swing at the other one. And
Okay.
hope that fate does not decide to punish me for my hubris.
Well, the other one is flat-footed because of combat grab.
To me,
My hubris is rewarded.
Yes,
it's combat
it
grab
does.
against me.
Oh, it's you the only
Remember,
one that
combat
makes
grab
it
only
flat-footed.
gives me flanking. Gives me
I see.
no,
But
unless Dale has something like gang up that I don't know or anything.
No,
like
I don't
that.
have gang up, but that's 13 damage toward green bow guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's still. Whew,
Still
that's a
hurts.
bit damage.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna chance it.
You moved. You used all 3 of your actions.
Yeah, you moved.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay, next turn. Go get him.
Don't go get them. They should go
Okay.
die. We should be the ones going and having fun and ice cream and
Yes.
getting
Okay.
these damn collars off our neck.
And ice
Shawarma.
cream. Ice cream first.
Ice cream first.
Because
Then
ice cream's a lot easier to get.
Yeah,
Indeed.
significantly, especially when you're in the
Oh.
place this cold.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that hits you, Saruk.
Gosh darn it!
Enough.
Go for the monk.
Okay. Just for reference, what do you think is occurring up here?
All 5 of those dudes who were shooting at me. Yeah. It was
Go
rough.
for the monk.
No! No! Go for your friends.
Did I stutter?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Rough.
Ow.
Only 7 points.
Yeah, but that makes my HP pool 15.
Getting spooky.
Well,
Maybe
Yeah.
Lily ought to run over there and
Yeah,
start casting
I'm
potions.
I'm at 17, Ross. So I feel your pain.
So weird hearing
Oh,
people in
literally.
Internet call me my real name.
But on the bright side, the second shot does miss.
Oh, yeah, no. So weird. I blame you for this, Tommy. You started calling me by my real name, and now everybody does on here, and it's weird. And I'm
Would
just
you-
like, oh god.
Would you rather I call you Mac?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Fair enough. 360, Mr. Gamer.
Yeah, no. I once look. I've said it before. I will say it again. 360 Mac Gamer is a name I came up with during my teenage years when I realized that my original online user avatar name, FlameGuy57, was as cringy as it was, and that of what a flamer was.
Fair.
Yeah. Did I mention
And-
I came up with these names in middle school?
And
Yep.
in the end, they don't even matter. We still call you Ross.
Thank you, Ghost of,
Or Mac.
oh god, I want to say
Chester.
Mike Shinoda. That's wrong. Ghost of Chester. I'm sorry, teenage Tommy, for forgetting the dead vocalist of Linkin Park's name.
Don't
Okay.
feel bad, Ross. Nobody needs to even know what my original
What your given
Um,
name is.
no, my original online name. I found out later that it actually meant something in Japanese.
Oh
Like,
god.
oops.
Oh.
Okay, well, Lillian, it is your turn.
Heck
Okay.
him. Heck him.
So
Heck him.
I was Yeah. There's also the optional of I am almost as fast as a horse and running over here.
Yeah, right. That's so weird. Probably go get there in 2 strides, start passing potions
That's 2
out.
strides, easy.
Hmm.
I guess that explains why in Pathfinder's Mythos, do elves tend to ride a lot of horses?
No, they live in the woods and things.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that kind of explains. that.
Although, and if I had taken Fleet at level 3, I would be as fast as a horse. I just
That
need
is
to
weird.
put that in there.
Weird meta.
Oh yeah, no, you've told us
Yeah.
multiple times.
It's so
That's
yeah,
fine.
it amuses me so much. I'm sorry.
Oh
No,
no,
no.
it amuses me too. I think it amuses all of us.
Okay.
Watch Three Dragons, man. Watch Three Dragons.
Oh my god.
You do, if you decide to go across the boat at a full run, I will demand what is it? It's no longer
Athletics.
acrobatics.
It
it's
is athletics.
athletics check.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Or
I do like that
right,
they've more
I could
concreted the
finish
difference
shanking this
between
person.
acrobatics.
Okay, well,
I thought balance was acrobatics.
Not correct.
Yeah, but
That
the
should be a
jumping,
crit currently.
the jumping is athletics.
Is athletics.
because it's
Their
it's
AC is reduced by like 6 while they're downed and dying, right?
And he's flanked.
yep.
So by
So-
8, so a 10 AC, so
So then he
beat it
goes
by
dying
16.
3.
Yeah, that counts as a. Well, he's flat-footed to one of you, so you will get your die on top of that. So, yep.
Oh wait, was he not unconscious?
I don't believe so.
You said he went
I
down and was
misremembered.
deadish.
Oh, he is deadish. My
Okay,
apologies.
so he went 2 more steps of deadish.
Because he got crit.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
So he is
'cause
now.
that's-
Okay, he is now deadish. That.
So
He's dead.
with being flanked and with the down stuff, his AC should be down to a 10 right now, right? It should be minus
Yes.
8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I just have to. I still miss.
Bah!
How?
Rough.
Wow.
And I moved to get here, so I'm done.
So you're done.
Means I can tag him real
He,
quick and go.
he is incapable of movement. How do you miss?
I know, right?
Because there's no coup de grace for like 2 actions. Seems fair.
Yeah, or even all 3. The full round action, if you will.
First
that
experience with
Oh no! Oh, Zaruk. Oh.
he
bad.
had been up here 2 turns of movement and 1 turn of schwacky.
Man, I need to have a reaction so I can like dive in front of him and just be like, no.
Ouch. Okay.
And as we do a talking, Avenger_X. Thank you for following us on. I like the
Yeah,
name.
thank
It's a
you.
fine name.
Oh
Does that mean you have literally 1 hit point? I think you said you had 17.
no! Up to 15
Oh!
HP.
Well, he's dying
Thank you,
too.
thank you, newcomer to Twitch. You just got to show up to see the party die.
Showed up just in time to watch Saruk go to dying too.
Okay, yeah, I'm down to dying 1.
2.
No.
No. Crit.
Oh, right. Gosh darn it.
Oh, you could do a rogue druid next
And-
time. Rogue wizard.
And on top of that, you also got to watch the very first time I've managed to kill anyone as a GM. Well, in Pathfinder.
I'm not dead yet, mother trucker.
Next strike. Dead.
Oh.
Shoot, would he? These guys are tough.
They're
He
they're
would-
smart. They're smart. If
Well-
he has the ability to finish me, if they have the ability to finish me, it would make sense
Well,
for them
looks
to.
like they don't.
How did they miss?
I know.
Now the bigger question is, luckily since you're dead, it's at
It's not a fumble.
it's not a fumble. It almost, well, no, he couldn't have rolled that anyway. My bad. It was 2 moves.
Okay. I'm
So-
down.
That I can't tell you how much he really enjoys that fact, because it means there's a vague chance he might live. Next is him right here.
Yeah, you live by the sword, you
and-
die by it. Am I right?
Indeed.
Although I guess in this case it's an axe by the character art.
But by the
Mm.
mechanics, it's a kukri.
Is it?
What?
Yeah.
Yep, they're using kukris, and that's what it calls it out of the bestiary guide for them. Okay, that doesn't happen yet.
So this guy here goes right before.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate, because if he was going right now and that 11 that he rolled for his flat check to stabilize a DC fail and he's dead right now. But
Yes, he would be.
oh well.
I preemptively tried.
Appreciate it.
Just one of those just-in cases. Huh. He still has a fighting chance. And these guys ignore cover, so Dale, the 17 misses.
I'm listening.
You hear the sound of 2 arrows whiffing by.
It's a good
And
sound.
Saruk going, ugh.
Hey, I'd rather him try to hit me than hit Saruk right now.
Indeed.
You know, this is kind of sweet. This is like, we went full honor amongst thieves here right now. Is what
Yep.
we're doing.
Yep.
Which is always nice.
As far as y'all know.
Indeed.
Well,
Speaking of as far as we know, what happens if Saruk dies with the collar on? Does it not? Does it go boom? I forget. Someone move that man's body over by the firing squad now.
It might.
No.
It might have a heartbeat monitor.
Just have an alchemical tube stuck down my throat without any noticing.
Ah,
Now that I say that makes me extremely uncomfortable.
so is that 23?
Who would you guess? Especially given that the person who just shot was here.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Nimble dodge as a reaction, it misses. That one also misses.
Yep.
Man, that nimble dodge puts in work, man. It's kind of like how when I was playing at the apartment and I had the reaction that let me add a +1 to somebody's AC or save or that. Remember that?
Not saving finale. Timely inspiration. One of my favorite.
Yeah,
spells.
from first edition.
Okay.
It reminds me of that.
Cards are real good.
And he is dead. So next on the block is you, and you have one person standing and one person down in front of you. And the guy who is in front of you, still up, just drove a sword through the brain pan of guy you were working with, and turned around and smiled at you.
Wait, so I'm dead?
No, he started.
No. Dale. So Dale, you're at a 22, right, for your armor?
23.
That's a 10 exact. And there goes another plunk. At which point, he is going to 5-foot step out of danger and then turn and run for his comrades.
By the way, that's something to remember, Tommy, too, about nimble dodge, is that if someone would be just one away from a fail, a critical fail, you'd nimble dodge to make it a critical fail.
That I could.
Yeah, I think he's already talked about that in his video where he builds Monk Rogue himself and min-maxing for fun and profit.
Yeah, this is basically just Yamcha. I think I might like Tiger Style a little better. I don't. Fatal turns all my dice into D12s. Tiger
Then
Style
I will
gets
do
flat
the right
dice.
thing, and I will credit Tommy with that quote.
Woo.
Okay.
Cite your sources.
Okay. So now it's the gentleman over on the other side of the river
He's
who's
such a
still
gentleman.
alive.
He's been firing at us,
And
killing our friends.
Dale. Miss for 1. Miss for 2. And knows better than to try. You know what? And he will use the interact to drop and draw because he has seen what's happened to the other people on this side of the river with you two.
That's fair.
And
Yeah, say I kind of feel like Majin Buu right now when they're shooting the arrows, just wiggling my stomach back and forth. Like,
now is this person,
Oh,
and he gets to make his 21. He gets
he got
back up.
15. He is wounded 1. He stands back up, or he's prone and has dropped his weapon.
Yeah. So I am not.
The RNG's been real
Oh,
good.
great. The sad thing is, immediately I go to the quote from the cartoon. Robin Williams is doing the voiceover in the movie Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, but I'm not without art, so I shall roll evens odds. Evens Lillian, odds Silumgar.
Oh, good.
So grab knife, stand up, and
And that
still
misses.
miss Lillian. Yeah,
Makes
give the
sense.
guy a break. Give the guy a break. He was, mostly dead.
Indeed. All right, first action. Gonna strike him. No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, that's a bad one for Tommy. Okay. I have no means of
Oh,
fixing
yeah.
it. Wait. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm not gonna forget this time. I do have Lucky Halfling. I forget if Lucky Halfling lets me reroll an attack roll. I have to double check. I don't remember if that's Lucky Halfling or Guiding Luck. Lucky Halfling says reroll a check or save. I can do nothing about the attack roll. Okay.
I will say as you rear up to do your wolf style, you slip on the muddy bank and fall sprawled 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, doing a very awkward pair of splits as your face hits the ground.
Oh,
And so you will be prone at the beginning of next turn and you lose the rest of your actions this round.
got it.
I don't
Hooray.
know if it's bad for you, Tommy, or good for Buffalo that I was able to visualize that whole thing in my head.
It's good for me because now I have a +1 to my AC against the firing squad because I'm prone.
The monk was trying to pretend to be Johnny Cage and failed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. This is what happens when you put on the shades too early.
Indeed.
And
This is what happens when you say you do your own stunts, but you don't do your own stunts.
There's no mud in Voodoo.
And according to the movie, this is when you fall.
exactly. Now, normally Silumgar would go at this point, but
That was me. That was my turn.
I'm sorry, Saruk would go now, but he's dead. So does he?
I'm not dead yet.
His initiative moves to right before that guy.
Okay. So we will. Okay. Oh, that's. I was trying to figure. Wait, I deleted the wrong. Okay, so Yeah, now we're good. And we're back at the top of the charts. So here we go, and just making sure. You're right. You ducked down, so, well, you have taken cover in the muddy bank.
Yeah, that was my whole point. I thought I would get him and then fall to the ground so I wouldn't get shot. Is what I'll tell anyone who asks.
Yeah.
You cannot prove me wrong. I think it's a +1 for being prone. +1 circumstance bonus to AC against ranged attacks.
Yeah. So they would shoot at the person who's standing up.
Yes!
Makes sense.
It does.
Yep. And
Like this guy. He just got up.
fire 1. And evidently you make a better target once your friend has fallen.
Good to know.
So that's 11 points.
Gotcha. It's a solid hit.
And he would try again with a miss. And he's not going to mess with that. Next is him. And he will try the same thing, which is a hit for 9. And the 19 misses.
That it does. So 11 and 9 damage, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, he spends 1 turn to pick up his bow. And he shoots. And who would he be shooting at? He would be shooting at Dale. And a 15 sure doesn't hit. And that does his turn. And he no longer has a workable bow.
I will also say definitely props to Jason for having 13 guys in an encounter and remembering who has a broken bow and who doesn't. Because that is difficult. And you have 13
That
bodies.
is extremely difficult.
That's why he's using the old school method of cue cards.
Yeah, for sure. That is why that's actually literally why, because I realized in Doomsday Dawn I was messing up a bunch. Sorry about it, guys. But that's why I have this.
Yep. And from here, he turns and he runs to here, and he will attempt to take down Dale because he no longer has a working bow.
Oh, good! The whole right flank is collapsed.
Well,
I've
I wish
figured
you
out
adieu.
No, as a GM, I have now figured out what it is. I have to have people run, do 2 moves and then attack for a single one. Evidently, the running gets them enough momentum to actually hit y'all.
Indeed.
So long, farewell, La Vita saying good night.
Is 20 good night-ish?
Dying 1, Josh?
I am
Dying
at
two.
I'm at -5,
So
so
0 hit points because there's no negatives in the playtest. And
Right,
dying
right.
2 goes the right flank. Oh, God.
dying 2.
They finally got their feet under him. Not ours, mind you. The bad guys. I say prone on the ground.
That's why it's not ours.
Indeed. Boop. That was a fun noise I made. Did Jason die on us? It got real quiet.
No, of course I didn't die on you.
Oh, okay,
It would be
got
silly if something like muting myself would distract you from my witty banter.
it.
So, not remembering how long I've been done. Yeah, Dale, you just took 21 damage, so you are dying 1.
Dying 2,
And
you crit him.
Crit?
Or no, it's
Oh,
dying
not a
2.
Two.
Yeah,
It's a
he
crit.
crit.
I forget. I don't want you dying 2.
Well, we are.
I am
Me and him are.
yeah, so Saruk was dying, now I'm dying too.
Oh no, I'm dying
Uh,
2 too. We're dying 2,
yeah.
buddies.
Dying 2.
Hey, I don't need to know how you're dressed. The fact that you're dying 2 is,
I'm the one that was singing a musical. I guess I would be wearing a tutu.
Alright, nerds.
well, and Lillian.
Technically,
Yeah.
I still threaten. Technically, he's still flanked.
You're
Yeah,
kidding me.
but it's this person right here.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
that-
just before me.
oh, I see.
That was incoming, not.
So did we pass this guy already?
No, because it'll be for Saruk's.
Oh, I see.
Saruk will
Okay.
be
I got the
after
initiative
him, and-
backwards. I got it.
Yeah,
I see now.
and
Poor Lily.
so here we goes. So you caught 9 on that arrow.
Okay. Side note, has anyone remembered to use hero points to not go to dying?
They have not.
No one has.
I thought
Okay.
that was something we had to do with 2 anyway.
You can do it
No, 2 is
technically
a reroll.
whenever. Yeah, 2
One
is a
is-
reroll. 1 is remove all dying conditions and go to stable, I think.
Yeah. So basically, if you two spend your points, you will be able to bounce back up at 1 hit point.
Jason's got
and
it.
technically wounded 1
Mhm.
because y'all haven't popped up and gone back down yet.
Right. I'm wondering if we could use that strategically.
I mean, this is definitely a strategic game. What I was thinking
Yeah,
was
like-
once I got rid of
basically-
this dude, I was gonna leave the last guy. No, it wasn't. I'm the damaging. I would go to the last guy. Lillian would cross the river and start healing you guys with potions that I'm assuming she has. And then
I mean, I can make some, but they're not very strong.
Yeah.
I thought she was too busy making her garlic and cinnamon.
might be better.
I only made that once.
You guys might pop your hero points and start like making your way to us then.
Yeah,
know.
because the thing is, I think we have to use them like when we hit dying. We can't like just hold on to them and then surprise the opponent
No.
later on with it.
Anytime
so
you gain
yeah.
the dying condition or your dying condition increases in severity.
So
Yeah, well, if that's the
Basically-
case, then I'm going to hold on to it till I go higher in my dying condition and then pop it.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, can you? That would be the strategic element.
I agree.
Yep.
Okay.
So it is now the person in front of Lillian's turn to try, well, let's be honest, in vain, to get back up. So here we try.
When does Lillian go? I have lost all count of the initiative.
I thought I
Um,
was at like 23.
You're at 23.
So would
So
not
would it-
she go now, given that this guy's initiative 22? Oh, no, wait, I see. Never mind. I lied. Okay, he is initiative 22.
Yes, but that is this person over here
Fair.
is at 22.
Okay, I see.
This person here right in front of you, because she took him to dying, like you said, he has his turn directly before her.
Before me. Because I was the one that put him to dying, and then he stabilized. And then Lily came
Oh.
over here and hasn't hit him yet. Right? Isn't that how it happened?
No, you crit
I
failed
reduced
your
his
attack.
dying. Oh
I-
yeah, no, I crit him down. No, he was already dying-ish, and then I crit him down 2
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
So
So Selimgar put him down in the first place.
So he gets his
Yes.
dying with his initiative now goes right before me. Whether or not
okay,
Lily crit him.
I was unsure on that because you put him down, he got back up. She put him down, he
Oh,
He
I
got-
stabbed him before he got back up, didn't?
yes. You stabbed him before he got back up.
right, which is why he hasn't got
Okay,
back up
now
yet.
I'm confused.
I'm pretty sure he goes
Okay.
right before me.
Okay. That makes more sense to me. Okay. That being said, next person is down here by Saruk. And
Don't I get a turn?
Yeah.
oh, yes.
Okay.
Big combats are big.
Yeah.
They're just doesn't help that we aren't on the initiative tracker.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
and that initiative changes is the biggest problem.
Oh yeah,
The whole
Yeah.
dance in and of
absolutely.
itself.
Okay. So, and Tommy, you said I do technically count as flanking.
I am still threatening all the squares around me. I just take a -2 to hit.
Okay. And that makes more sense for a monk than anyone else.
Yeah. I was attacking from a lower angle.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So he's probably at 1 HP, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this doesn't matter, but I want to roll my damage because I'm currently also getting sneak attack.
That is a lot of damage you're gonna get thrown at the table.
So
This doesn't change anything, but it's going to make me feel better. Yeah. 2d6 from the rapier,
Ouch.
2d6 from sneak attack to double those, get 8d6.
Did you add the deadly off of your rapier?
Yeah, you get
Yes,
that.
that is the nice d8 in there.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
That's
not
not
that it
even with a good
matters.
roll.
Whatever. He's dead. Our side looks better than your
Okay.
side. We're winning. Not by much.
Because our side has more people.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So he slumps, and technically he is at dying 3.
So he was.
And-
Yeah, that's right. Blah.
Yeah. So
His AC should be 10 right now because he's
Yeah.
also flanked.
so you hit, and that will take him to 4.
I am
So
annoyed with how
flavor-
many of us. Yeah. I am tired of how many of us are going down. I am tired of how quickly they're going back up. I go straight and just stab directly through the jugular, stabbing a little into the ground, and pull my rapier back out to leave a bloody mess.
Yep, that works. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And that's
That's
where
almost
you,
certainly within 35, right?
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have so much movement that I don't feel like I need to measure beforehand most of the time.
That's fair.
Oh, wow.
As fast as a horse, the elves of the
Pretty
Pathfinder
much.
playtest. That might be a video unto itself, you know? That's weird. Not
Yeah.
bad weird, but like
Now, if again, Elven Monk at level 3 is 50
yeah.
if you put all your speeds in there.
Hmm.
Oh,
Feels good.
Okay.
That's it.
And okay. Next is his right by Silumgar.
Well,
And he is going to. And if memory serves, Silumgar is
Prone over
prone and
here.
unconscious, so that should hit. I mean,
So-
sorry, Saruk.
so you are properly executing me.
That puts you to dying
Uh,
3.
Mm-hmm.
At which point you could spend a hero point to wake
Yeah,
back up.
that's the idea.
Yeah.
Or
your
you could-
dying
Yeah,
is
I'll use that hero point.
I would wait
guess.
till 4 because you're gonna get up and have 1 hit point, then he'll stab you again. You're still
Yeah,
gonna be
I'll-
prone
Yeah.
and take you back to wounded.
Well,
At
so
least make
I
him
thought
waste
when
the
I went
action.
to 4, I was insta dead.
Your dying value when it would increase from 3 to 4 is when you spend the hero point.
All right,
Okay.
so
yeah,
I'm at
that's
dying
the
3.
that's the strategy part. You're good. You're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry,
no.
forgive me. I thought
Hey,
when I hit 9-4, it was done. You're gone. Bye bye.
And hero.
Yeah,
so, and
So now I
here's
use it.
where, so he stabs you twice. He's not going to try for a third.
Well, yeah, and as he stabs me
And
the second time,
that's when you
just push up.
kick back up from when you should be dead.
Whatever adrenaline that's still left in me is pumping as I just kind of stand up.
Yep.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
He puts it on. He puts that hero point on the stack, and it resolves first.
All right then.
Yep. So
How fast can I move if I were to pick up the box? Does that reduce my movement speed?
Maybe you're encumbered.
it's basically 70 pounds.
That
So-
would probably put me to medium encumbered. How low would that make me?
So I believe medium puts you to a maximum of 20 feet per round.
All right,
or
that's fair.
20 foot.
And if I were
move
to pick
speed.
up, and if I were to also pick up on a Dale, I presume that put me to heavily encumbered.
There is
Yes.
no medium or heavily encumbered in
So-
the playtest with the bulk system. You're either encumbered or you're not. And when,
Alright,
when
then,
you're
well-
encumbered, you decrease your speed by 10 feet to a minimum of 5. And you
That would be 15.
and you
then.
increase
Okay.
your ACP by 2 or take a -2 penalty if you're unarmed.
Okay.
ACP?
Armor check.
Oh, armor
penalty.
check. Then
Exactly.
I'm gonna. All right, screw it. I'm gonna just lean down, grab Dale.
Is it your turn?
Is it? Isn't it? Because I thought after him I went because of how the initiative was changed.
Oh, you know what? Actually, those strikes might not have resolved because actually it was Saruk's turn. Because this
What?
is the man that brought him
Right.
down. So
Oh,
You're right. So
What do I need to roll
Uh,
then in order to still have my hero point and be just a dying 2?
at dying 2, it's a DC 10 flat check.
yep.
Just DC, just roll 1d20.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 5, 10,
Okay,
15, then dead.
Dice, please don't fail me now. Dice failed me. I'm just gonna use that hero point to stand up.
Okay. So-
I'm just gonna use my hero point to stand up at 1 HP with no dying.
Yep. Okay.
One action, I'd like to just scoop up Dale.
So you do need to use one of those actions to stand.
Using
Because you're
stand.
prone and you've dropped your weapon.
All right. One action, I stand. Another action, I grab my sword. A third action, I scoop up Dale. No, I don't pick up my sword. I scoop up Dale and I start to, and I'm going to try and make. I guess I have to make an athletics check to
Which is 2
hump onto the
actions.
boat.
It's 2 actions.
Oh, that's 2. All right then. Right, then I'm just gonna.
Whereas actually, I think swimming is a non-action.
How far can I? How deep is the water?
Attacks. What can he do? You can climb, you can grapple, you can shove, you can swim, which is it's the same thing as stride.
Okay.
But I imagine there's a lot of nigs there, given the fact that there's a man who could go to a stable here now and not weigh you down.
Fair enough, I guess, but I don't know that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just kind of push myself up and see the fact that he's dead, dying. I'm standing up, and we're surrounded.
Well,
And I'm not
Here,
in a
if
position to say anything on the matter because of dying.
Mm.
yeah. Though technically
Well,
that guy's not there.
You might just stab a dude.
he,
I don't know how beat up they are. That's
Oh.
where it would swing for me. If one of those was really badly hurt, I might chance.
yeah, I
run into
guess
him.
one. Well,
I don't think either of those guys have been.
I gotta
hit yet.
play it. I gotta play a chaotic neutral. I gotta play chaotic neutral because that's who I am.
Mhm.
I'm gonna reach down, stand up, grab my sword. I am such a dummy. I forgot I took orc ferocity.
Oh, well, you'll use it next turn. Still wounded
Yeah,
one.
so I'm just gonna roar at them, and I'm gonna stab at the dude using a combat grab to stab at him, the one that knocked me down.
Okay.
And that's a 16 to hit, so I
rough.
presume that misses.
That does not make it.
Ah, shucks. Okay.
Now that's based off of his AC, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't have him flat. Now he's flat-footed to me, but until the start on my next turn. So basically, yeah, no, ignore.
Okay. So that's him. So I actually need to grab you and move you up in front of him. It's always fun when you have to track. Okay. So you now go to, yeah, it's okay. Now it's his turn. Wait, yeah, it is his turn. So he would go 1, that misses. Go 2, that is just a crit fumble. He loses his kukri. Man. He's now down 1 kukri. Let me make sure I have the right number. Okay. And now we are back to basically something that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of records keeping and
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the quiet of trying to survive.
Indeed. I don't think we're doing bad.
no,
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah.
It would have been better if I had remembered the fact that I was I had orc. I even took orc ferocity for this very reason.
You say to the man who forgot he had lucky halfling when he was bit by
you
a
know what?
werewolf.
You know what? You know what, though, Saruk? Considering how many orcs I've played in my life, I should have remembered if anybody should have.
And you can still
Eh.
use it. You're still gonna go back down probably with 1 hit point, unless you have
Yeah,
potions on you.
I haven't used it, and it's like a once per day thing anyway.
Right. So,
So,
anywho,
Okay.
or coming out now.
Okay.
I think it's my turn.
Ting, ting,
Oh, the initiative is still moving. I see.
Yeah. And he just finished his. So now it's this person right here. And he will shoot across at you, Silumgar.
Yep. So here's a thought. Before I know
Go ahead.
that probably fumbles, but does he have line of
Yeah.
sight to me? With the boat there? Is the boat tall enough? It's not. It's a flap on a boat. Never mind.
Yeah. These are more barges than anything else.
In that case, that fumbles.
Yep. And yeah, let's just let the dice decide. Drops the bow but does not lose actions. So 1 drop, but it still counts as so. Okay. He recovers his bow but does not shoot again.
Gotcha.
And okay, he still has his bow. Would he shoot at you or would he still shoot at? Yep. He would shoot at her because she ran across last turn. So 1. And
Enjoy the crit fail.
I will.
Right? Yeah.
in this case, I will say loses his bow, it falls in the water, and he recovers it. But I need to note that he now loses the +2 part of his because his string's wet.
Makes enough sense.
For those of us who have actually done archery.
Yeah, it really does. That is not a useless bow, but it's gonna be hard. It's all wet and stuff.
Okay. Number 17 is down here by you. And he, having seen what you have done so far, had dropped his bow and drawn his kukris and is going to hope very, very hard that this works. And that's a
Not
swing
yet.
and a miss. And that's a swing and a miss. And he will take his last action. Yeah, he will take his last action to take a 5-foot step back. And
Smartest thing a rogue
There.
fighting rogues can do is stop the flank.
yep. And this guy here had lost, he had dropped his bow, has lost both kukris. He is going to grab a kukri off of his friend in front of him
How kind of
for
him. Sharing kukri.
2 actions. And he is going to move forward 25 feet to get back in the swing of things.
I was gonna say, after losing his bow and losing both his kukris, I would think he'd lose his temper next.
Considering the fact that an entire bandit band is getting hurt bad by 4 people, they're going to be more than just a little bit.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah.
We just need
Yeah,
one more.
the survivors are just like, we got to replace the drummer again.
Gosh darn it!
Darn it!
And I got this nice present for Timmy's son's bar mitzvah. Now I'm gonna have to tell him he's dead. I'll keep the present for myself. Let
There
him
you
find
go.
out the hard way.
Mazel
Okay.
tov.
Okay. Silumgar,
All right.
you're beginning to recover from nearly terminal embarrassment.
Indeed. All right, Lily, you think you can handle this guy here by yourself?
I mean, plausibly.
Okay, so I'm going to use 1 action to stand and then 2 actions to long jump. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is my stride. I am targeting as far forward as I can go, but the failure on a long jump in the playtest is you land where you would land. So I'm just going to try to throw myself across the river, and here is hoping I can do anything. I can't. I literally get that square. Okay, that's all I got. Rough.
Roll me a d4.
Oh, good. Good. Sure, here's a 1. Oh, good. The boat pitches, doesn't it?
Well, here's the good thing. You now know how deep the river is.
Oh, good. Thank you. So good. How deep is it? Oh, no.
Where you are, it's about 5 feet.
Okay.
And the boat is now turned over.
Probably makes a better bridge, though.
Okay. And the box is caught in the net?
The chest sinks out of sight. And where you're at right now, it's about 4 foot deep.
Okay, gotcha.
So at the beginning of next turn, you're going to need to make a either an athletics
Another athletics check to try to
check
swim.
to keep from being pulled into the net.
Oh, good.
So
Another question before my turn ends. The net, is it a narrow enough surface for somebody to try to move across?
I would say it's like 4-inch ropes. It's meant to catch a barge.
Fair.
So
is it taut enough that someone with acrobatics could tightrope walk across it?
Yes, but just to be honest, I'm going to put some severe penalties on that because it's wet, it's slimy, it's not super taut.
Fair.
It's just enough to catch.
Gotcha.
And hold.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay, cool. That's my turn.
Okay. And we're back up to the top of the order. Man, I'm sorry. I kind of feel like I've done nothing but shoot at y'all.
I mean, that's your job.
And for the most part, miss. But
although if it hadn't been for the most part miss, we'd already be downed and maybe dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Could he? Yep. No. Yeah, well, they've been concentrating that way. So Lillian, here's for you. As yet another bow suffers a catastrophic failure.
Woo! We don't have to kill them.
So
We
it's
just have to kill their bows one at a time. Soon they will be out. We got this. So they cannot take any more
Okay.
bow casualties.
I'm telling you, those guys need to call Acme Corporation and file a complaint.
God damn. Hey, guess who just edited their Patreon pledge from 90 to $120?
Tiki?
Tiki. Thank you, Tiki.
Tiki.
Congratulations, Tiki. You have established.
Oh
the
wait,
new
that's
tier
enough
that-
to where we're putting out official homebrew content. That's why
Yeah.
he did that. That's a difference of third. That bastard. I'll edit that out.
Oh,
later.
Yeah.
Language, Tommy.
Yeah.
So there is now a new tier that's 120.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna have to. What that means is Black
You're
Dragon
$2
Gaming has
off,
to.
actually.
I'm $2. Coward.
No,
Someone
I don't
give
know
me
who it is
$2.
right now. I'm on your Patreon page because it was close to. I was curious how close you were to stuff, and you are at 748 right now.
Tiki. I think that
I
means
think
some.
maybe some other people
Tommy-
reduced.
Tommy,
Somebody's
I hear
blocked.
that he went to 120. Challenge accepted.
He's calling you out.
I must rise to that level myself. I will sacrifice. I am not gonna let Tiki be the only one at highest tier.
God damn it, I love you guys.
You got to make a new
I can't go any higher than
$120 tier
90.
now, Tommy.
I have no.
Like-
I have to start thinking. Oh, I do. What do you get at 120? What do I have? Would you like this skull? It came from the Globe Theatre in London. Lucia got it for me. Here is a Funko Pop of Sarkhan. Dice. I'm out of things. A pen from Chessick that I got the last time I ordered dice from Chessick. I think it's pretty neat.
Oh. Well, while you're trying to figure out what to do with the new Tiki tier,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Are we
a
gonna
nice
name
name.
it that? We're gonna name it the Tiki tier. I'm okay with that. That is a cool sounding thing. That's catchy. Call it the Tiki tier.
Henceforth called the Tiki tier.
Yeah.
So
There's your
says
reward.
the
You get a whole
guys
tier
on-
named after you.
and
I'm sorry, but I
shall-
can't. Hey, I'm sorry, but I can't go up that high.
No, you're
Thank
fine.
God.
You're
Yeah,
totally.
no,
you
you're-
already give a lot of money to a YouTuber
Yeah.
to play Pathfinder. I do not blame you at all.
Yeah. Oh, I also do it
A-
because
and-
of the stuff you put out on your
And you're beautiful.
shows. It's cool.
And someone just got
Aw,
hit. Who got hit? Who's in
And-
danger?
that would be Dale.
So that's a 22 targeting Dale's AC minus none.
Uh,
That is called Hero Point.
Yeah.
I'm using it.
yep.
Yes.
You laugh in his. He strikes you down
Only
in the
for you.
ground. You pop up with a aha.
And go down with a. Well, no, that misses you because that's not at a +9. That's at a. Oh no.
No,
it is,
that's
you're
a
right.
+4.
Yeah,
that hits.
I see the difference. Yeah, it
Oh
does.
no!
Back down at to dying
Uh,
2.
Yay, whack-a-mole.
Isn't it just dying 1 because it's not a crit?
No, he was wounded 1 though because he did go to dying, and then wounded increases your dying value every time.
And you can
die
only use 1 hero point a day, right?
and you only have 1 hero point right now. It refreshes.
Right.
So basically, what happens? What I'm hearing is Saruk and Dale need to survive for 30 minutes. That's what that's the game right now.
I mean, that's kind of a big.
We got this. I'll go punch all the dudes.
Yeah.
I still have a hero point. I'll just run up and down yelling, "Come and get me!" and they'll shoot me instead.
I mean, I'm still standing, so hey.
For now, you have 1 use of ferocity.
By the way, just so you know, I went on to Patreon and I'm looking for that $120 tier.
I'll make it. I'm in the middle of a game. You know this.
Please.
Give me a second. I don't even know what to give people.
Okay, well, well, I mean, you've got like a week or 2 before the next payment will come up. As long as you get it in by then.
Got it. Will do. I'll figure something out. What do I don't
Okay.
know. Hmm.
Hey,
Well, it doesn't even
For the-
matter with me, Tommy, because I don't even cash in half the rewards.
I still take credit for Tiki jumping up to $90 because Chase did it, then I did it, then Tiki did it,
Accurate.
and then me and Tiki stayed.
That is definitely true.
Not to hate on Chase, Love you, Chase. Come back to
Damn
it.
you, Chase. Well, Chase is in Afghanistan, right?
Yeah, no, I think we can all. That's why I said love you, because I think we can all agree he's on active duty. Last thing we want is to make him feel more pressure.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
God bless him.
He gets up, brushes himself off from destroying his bow. Draws and okay, that makes sense. Moves to there, and that will be his action. And he's the guy who took down Dale last time. He's going to aim for the scary guy right in front of him.
That wouldn't
Who?
happen to be me, would it? Not
Uh,
me. I'm not scary.
Wounded.
I'm friendly. I'm a big friendly man.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
That misses.
Swing and a miss.
Ah!
Crit miss.
Ah!
A number one and a crit.
He falls and flips the boat right, and I grab it and I roll back onto the boat.
He falls and somehow unearths a genie who rises up and destroys all of them in a wrath, only to then turn around and grant us wishes because we're cool like that.
Yes, there's a merit. Plus.
I will say, pick something good for you or pick something bad for them.
Not know which to advise.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Something good for me. Something good for me.
something good for you. Okay. If it was, I'll just tell you what happens as he attempts to get you. He misses, falls down, and knocks this guy down with him. So
knocks
both
which
of
guy
these
down?
two, Bundy, beside him.
Okay.
So now they are both prone and cannot act this round. Now, if you had chose something bad for them, I would have rolled, and it would have been either this guy or Blondie here took a hit from the kukri.
I prefer this outcome because my
Yeah.
damage
Yep.
is probably higher than his.
Yeah.
Especially because now he's
And-
flat-footed you.
I was about to say, doesn't prone equal flat-foot when you're attacking from melee?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do believe so. And Dale, it is your turn. And if memory serves, you are
I'm fortunately down because I got up and I got knocked down again, and you might just keep me down.
He's got to survive for 25 more minutes. Or come up with another rogue concept. The
I hear
opposite of
rogue
Nogabar.
bards are good.
Worship Shellin or Saren Ray or somebody. That'd be bad for the Rixasha Worshiper. But someone who'll get real upset at the ambush you planned.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I heard a beep and I thought it was roll 20, and then I look over but it's just the crit I rolled. The crit failure.
Yeah. Well, Josh, you have a flat check to make. DC 10.
All right, it's a DC. How much?
10.
10.
Gotcha.
Oh, no! Oh, that's
Ugh.
rough.
Oh, whoa! I've got options. I've got halfling.
Lucky Halfling will let you reroll a skill check or a save, not a flat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well.
Oh, I should have used that on the
I
acrobatics
will
check I made. I should have used it on my athletics check to jump and not mess the boat. Oh well, it'd be fine.
Yeah, but I honestly will say that You can. I will allow you to roll that off of Lucky Halfling because
Well, thank you.
I will call that a check. So roll them bones.
And it
Not
doesn't
lucky
work.
enough. Rough.
See,
Uh,
will luck be a lady? Luck not be a good-looking guy. That's why it doesn't work for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but you are no worse off.
No, I'm not any worse off.
No, he's a dying 3.
Okay.
Well, that's worse off.
That's indeed worse off.
But he is no worse off than if he had not attempted.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Things are still bad, but they are no worse than they would be had you not attempted. But Lillian, it is your turn.
Yay.
Don't be so enthused. Yeah.
Yeah, it's spooky all around.
Ah, your side's fine. It's you and one dude. You got this. As long
Yeah,
as the
no,
box
I'll
isn't
be
floating downriver, we're good.
Yeah.
Man, you know what you might do is if I'm not being too pulled by the current and the boats are moving really slow, I have to imagine that the package is stuck somewhere in the mucky muck at my feet. We might just cut that net somehow and just blow it up on one of the boats and get up out of here.
That's a point.
Of course, we'd have to circle back to get the chest and hope these guys don't take the chest.
And if they're specifically going for us, they might know about that.
Well, they did say at the beginning that I'm worth more to the vampire lord alive. So they're probably not going after the chest. They're probably just hired by a vampire who's got a lot of vengeance in his dead heart.
That's true.
I think we might try to have to run off, lick our wounds, come back for the chest. Unless you want to try to throw some gas stretches really, really far. Well, actually, Jason, now that the boat has flipped, does it look... No, it wouldn't be any easier to navigate because there's a curve there. Never mind, I lied. How's Lillian's acrobatics?
Acrobatics, not bad at all.
Because you could, in theory, acrobatics along this and start debuffing these dudes or start healing our friends who are wounded.
It'd take a bit more effort to heal, but it'd be possible.
All they need is 1 hit point. Because these guys still have to roll really good to hit us. So debuff.
So I'm looking
really
at
nice.
a +10 on acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm wondering how good that is relative to the quality of the rope.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be a really clutch roll.
Yeah.
Well,
are you asking for a DC?
okay. If you want to provide a DC, I'd love to hear it, but
Levi Angel will not metagame. No, sir.
No. I view asking a GM for a DC check as reasonable in game, because if you've been doing these things in life, I mean, okay, archery, can I hit that target at this range? You'd be able to take a good guess. Because the rope is not taut, it's wet, it's slimy, and it's not really intended for this purpose. I'm going to say you need to make a DC of 20.
okay, that's reasonable.
50-50 shot.
It's hard.
No, it's real hard, but I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got a fair shot. So let's see. So it would be from here, running along that. That would be at least 2 moves to get over there. All right. Oh.
Ah! So there's a
Whew.
looking at the chart.
Yes.
Balancing a critical success on a balance as you move up to your speed across the narrow surface or an Evergrad, treating it as normal terrain. So it wasn't difficult terrain
Oh.
for Lil.
Okay. So it's still.
You would be able to make it over.
Okay.
The only thing that it does, ARG, it does not state specifically whether or not the person here would have any attempt to attack of opportunity.
Which means he doesn't.
Does he have the attack of opportunity?
Yeah, because it'll say straight up in his
Yeah.
entry if he had it. Which is why this is even plausible in the first place.
You got past him. So
Let's see. I have 35 move. Which is just real nice. So I can move up to.
Blah! Too fast. Slow down. Cool your jets, son.
It's just so much fun to be able to. I think I will. The most reasonable course of action is
can you
run over
flank him and stab him? That might be a thing to do because you can't heal anybody this turn anyway because you'd have to pull a potion out, right?
Yeah, and put it down the throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that. So
honor speed indeed, Tiki.
And that should be with flanking and exact crit.
Nice.
Yep. Roll
Hallelujah!
that.
Praise you, RNGGs.
Yeah.
You guys are so good at talking. I'm so proud of you. Kim. I say that too much. She says Heckim a lot, but nevertheless. Ha-ha! Yes!
That's a good stab. A very good
That
stab.
is a nice stab.
That is a
bad
very
stab.
proud stab.
The proudest of stabs.
Side note, Tommy, you're up to 777.
Oh, nice! Who did that? Who do this? It's probably Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, I up to 120.
Man, that's a good number.
Okay.
That's a lucky number. It's a lucky day for Tommy. Nice. Thank you, Josh. I will.
I don't know if it works. I mean, it works in Final Fantasy VII. It gets you a big ass attack.
It works in the Yu-Gi-Ohs too. Start calling me Keith. What's his name?
Oh, you mean Bandit Keith?
Yes, Bandit Keith. That's it.
Bandit Keith. Yes.
American, who isn't even American. He's French, I think it was in the anime.
Yeah, in the Japanese one.
No, wasn't he Australian in the anime?
Something like that. He tried to play himself as an American, but turned out to be not.
Australian. Yeah, he was Australian. That's right.
Okay.
It was something funny.
Joey, Captain Planeteer Joey Wheeler, played Yu-Gi-Oh too. So I mean, it's fine. It's all good.
Indeed.
Okay. Lillian does unreasonably well. Just for grins and giggles, I will let you know that this person had not received a scratch prior to this and now has 4 hit points.
Almost a one
I'm
shot.
so close.
Oh, almost the best turn of your life. Missed it by that much.
And this guy right here, having seen a bright flash of moving elf come very close to taking down his friend.
Oh no.
Comeuppance.
Oh no. Pride cometh before the fall.
This isn't pride, this is desperation.
Desperation
Fair enough.
before the wipe. Levi has a 0 point. We're good.
I do still have a hero point.
Okay, cool. We're good. We good, fam?
Ish.
Rolls max damage. Okay, not even.
Oh.
No, but that still hurt.
Not to play Baylor's advocate,
Let me double check.
There's a deadly D10 That wasn't rolled. Not to again play Baylor's
Ooh.
advocate. I'm sorry.
It does not matter. Because I had 17 left.
Oh, rough.
Poop.
Yeah, Pip.
Hero point.
Good boy.
Yeah.
I'm not even falling.
Yep.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, he would
Darn
roll
it,
the second
Saruk.
attack.
Now
Where
I've
are
got
you
that.
going?
Now I've got that song stuck in my adrenaline. Gave me in the game. Adrenaline.
And
Oh,
that would be a critical final.
That would be a critical fail.
He is so shocked by the fact that you had an arrow go through you front to back. You looked at him with a look of annoyance and then turned your attention back to the person in front of you that he dropped his quiver of arrows. So I will say he has to make a DC 5 interact roll to pick one up
oh,
at the
rough.
start of next turn.
Hey, hang on just 1 second. Levi Angel, thank you for your support, Patreon. I got him. Finally. Haha. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
Now I no longer at the start of our Tuesday games have to be like, well, Levi, thanks for hanging out.
After hearing how much everyone else was, I'm like, all right, I'm still relatively a freeloader, but like,
Hey, that's how I felt. But
Hey, you know what? It's a start. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, dude, if I had 1 million people put $2 in my Patreon, well, I don't
Okay.
know what I'd do.
I put $2 in because you were at 748, and I wanted you to hit that 750 for sure.
Fair enough.
That's
well,
why I'm
I
at specifically $2.
That means
Okay.
And now you're at that sweet 777.
There's gonna have to be a video. It's good.
But that being said, it is now your turn, Saruk.
Get him, heck him, stab him,
Oh,
flank him. He has 4 hit points. This many hit points.
If it
4 hit
helps,
points.
this guy is prone and this guy is prone.
4 hit points. Heck him. Heck him. Who's pointing at the one up there? Heck him. Oh, I think I'm assuming
he's
can't
pointing
talk right
at the one still on his feet.
Ross, are you there? Are you with us? Are you muted?
I was muted.
Yep.
Yeah, because you got them roommates.
Yep.
So I'm gonna just stab at the one that's low. Gosh darn it! I know that doesn't hit. Gosh darn it!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's bad.
Ah!
Yeah.
Crud! I forgot there was a wall there.
Did you just hit a wall?
I'm sorry,
I'm not
My
looking.
headphones hit a wall.
Oh
Thankfully, I
no!
didn't.
It's
My
a
headphones.
proper response to
Nothing
the fumble. Proper response to the
Oh.
fumble.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
rolled myself into my wall. Don't worry, I didn't hurt myself. I just hit my top of my headphones, and there's no wires or nothing up there, so
Okay.
it's fine. It was more. It was
will-
just loud. It was more so the thing.
Okay. I did
Gosh
this
darn
on the
it.
last fumble. So now I'm going to ask it a different way.
Oh no.
Good for
Oh.
them, bad for you.
Both end up being bad for you.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on real quick though.
Hold on real quick.
Yep.
I don't know if Ross is typing at us because it's loud, but he's typing at us because.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on my character for FFD20.
Oh, well, you got a fumble.
Oh,
Is it good
okay.
for them or bad for you?
Yeah.
Oh right, sorry. I forgot.
Bird?
I thought
Uh,
you were gonna make the choice, Buffalo, since you're the one on the receiving end of it. I thought it made sense that since you asked me
No.
if I wanted advantage or
Yeah.
disadvantage,
Yeah.
do I want something good for them or bad for me? Bad for me.
Okay. You fall backwards into the river.
That is actually one of the best things that could happen to me right now.
At the start of the next turn, the first thing you have to do is make a swim check to
I can do that.
not take damage from drowning.
Oh crap, Askets. Okay.
Ooh, rough. And all the air is knocked out of your lungs as you hit the back.
That's what you get for
Yep.
saying it's good for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
exactly
because
what
I
you
have a
get.
plus 10.
No.
That's because I have a plus 10 on athletics. I'm an expert in
Oh.
athletics. I'm the one with the strength in the group, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this takes me out of combat effectively unless the enemies want to start trying to hit at me while I'm underwater.
You do have a significant buff when you're underwater.
Yeah. So this is actually kind of good for me because this is making me have to take a skill check that I'm good at. I swear to God,
Okay.
RPG Jesus, I'm looking at you.
So I am thinking at this point, two of you are basically in the river. Two of them are down here. What are they gonna try to do? Well, Dale's is off his feet. Lillian's the only one clearly in a position.
Yes, Lillian, you must do it. You must get it done for all of us.
You must survive
Yep.
like one
Make
turn.
our lives matter.
You got this.
At this point,
We have so much power.
Well, you're gonna need to use it here in a second.
Flex those elf muscles.
Okay.
Intimidate them with song
These-
and dance. Oh wait, you're not a bard.
No. That's okay. When we all die here, we'll go back and Elu will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like tales from the green rich colonies.
You know,
Someone give me a flat D20 check.
Tommy.
I know.
No.
Didn't fumble.
What you were rolling is what I was considering a morale roll.
Oh,
That makes
Tommy.
But not for y'all,
look who's
it's for
crapping
them.
on our black parade.
No, I realized what he was saying. Tommy rolled good for us. Because that means their morale is low. If I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah, what? So for his turn, he will aid both of his friends here and here to get back up on their feet. Next is him. And I believe, yes, he's one of the ones with a still working bow. Is going to shoot at Lillian.
Oh, fail on fail.
Ha! Yes! Vindicate! No way, I'm doing it wrong. I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Vindication!
Or for those who are League of Legends fans, it's a disaster.
Oh, please keep rolling those nat ones.
Please, now it's time for bed.
Yeah, considering that once again, someone takes
just about max.
Yep. And he's down hard.
Okay, we've had enough
Has a
critical
broken
fails
nose.
against us.
Yeah.
No, we
Can
haven't.
I actually want a rumor that Lillian is a witch.
You know?
Yeah, are you a witch that wears scarlet? Because it seems like you're hexing these rolls.
Yeah. These guys all have been misfortune. Legacy Pathfinder.
Like, even if I go out and die, I want them to claim that they killed a witch.
It's that butterfly.
Okay. Well, here we shall, and he shall get while the getting's good. That guy just flat broke to run.
Awesome.
There's nobody on that side of the river to give him grief. He's going to run up here to grab his bow, and then he is no more.
Got him.
Basically, I will say that roll means y'all broke their morale.
Woohoo!
Okay.
So the big thing that's happening now is those who have a good means to get out of the fight, he's still going to be worried that Lillian is going to smack him down hard. So he will attack. And that hits.
No.
die.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, we're at 859. We're
You're
good.
down?
I'm at one. I was at 1 HP. I had to
Okay.
hero point it.
Yeah. You fall. And honestly, I will say at this point, there is no one other than Saruk who can do anything.
I'm trying.
Yeah, well, Silumgar, of course, but no one can effectively get to them at this point. You're down. They're gonna flee. This is not what they thought they were going to get. They have lost, well, not quite 25% of the band, but that's pretty hard casualties to take, especially with better than 3-on-1 odds. So
Yeah.
Indeed.
And lots of equipment loss.
Yes, that too. I mean, every good bandit knows economics, and this was far too costly because composite crossbows do not grow on trees.
Ooh, that hurts.
They
That hurts
grow
my wallet.
in trees. Okay, so there we are, folks. That
End of the most harrowing
is the
experience
combat.
that I've had at the table.
I honestly did not think it was going to take this long.
Let me roll that athletics check just to make sure I don't
Yeah.
pass out from drowning.
Yeah.
16, does that pass?
Yeah, and even if it didn't, that would be enough for Silumgar to get across the river
Okay.
and
I
get
just,
you. So what I will say at this point is, from here, everyone gets back up. It takes a while because the river is about 10 foot deep here. But eventually, between healing and the rest, y'all are able to recover are able to marker, stay. There. You manage to retrieve the box, and in what's left of the day, y'all are able to make it all the way to Chastel,
Nice.
which is,
Book it.
Ooh.
and that has taken 2 days. And so, where does that put us on the date clock?
That puts us up 1 day from what I've tracked. That puts us at. Oh, I have it at 16 as we cross into there.
So at day 18.
No, like 16 now. We were at 15 and then 16.
Oh, 15, 16. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is evening of day 16, and a very battered and bruised y'all
That's
arrive at Chastel.
Okay.
And with that, I believe that's about time.
That it is. So we've had a pretty, maybe not on camera, that was definitely the most harrowing encounter I've had that puts the elementals from Greenwich colonies into perspective. That one was
Right.
Woo!
Very, very good job, my man.
Indeed. And
Aw, no,
I think
I'm bad.
I think a lot of GMs out there also would give you props for not TBKing us. Because like you definitely had it. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's why
That's
why I did the elementals the way in waves. I know that's why I
Yes.
did the elemental encounter in waves, was to give you guys downtime and to try and think of ways to benefit from like planning. If we're talking about just in terms of different ways to build encounters here,
That makes sense.
that's something that Tiki's always like been kind of like. I'm good at coming up with things on the fly. So if I
before
can
you go
just
any
keep,
further, he's listening in chat. He's on Twitch right now.
Tiki.
Yeah.
Hi, Tiki. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say he's helped me like to just realize, hey, if I could just get a list of monsters and whatnot and roughly the CR that should be safe for these guys to take on, and just chuck a few at them at a time, that tends to go well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I have to admit, y'all have been punching above your weight.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Puts the vampire I punched half his hit points out of on a crit that was way over our weight in perspective as well. And it has been finally got CP. Throw money into the cause. We did it after all this time. And 2 of my patrons who already give me so much money are now giving me so much more money. And I will by the end of the week have something for tier 8. I don't know what.
I mean, I do have a suggestion.
Okay.
Like,
what you got?
So I know that on like tier 3 or 4 you start talking about you'll spend some time actually like talking about like characters and stuff that you're coming up with and anything. And like campaign advice. Like, and this is kind of personal to me. And I was talking about it with like Ross and them, but actually like I really could use some suggestions and like what questions you have and yada yada concerning the stuff I've written for my own campaign.
Okay.
And I just think that kind of direct, like, hey, I'm going to help you GM your game through like suggesting, okay, this is where this might hit a snag or this hit a snag.
And like helping with encounter building and stuff like that?
Right. Like actual campaign, like hands-on campaign. Here's where I think you'll fumble. Like especially like I'm not as good at GM as you are, or even Buffalo is, quite frankly. And I mean, you've talked about that in the videos and alluded to that, my early mistakes.
And you've taken that on the chin so well, and I definitely, when I realized I said that, and talked smack on you.
Look, you know what? I don't generally like people who can't be humble. Like, and Aristotle once said that the first step to wisdom is admitting you know absolutely nothing.
That's fair. I can agree with that.
And I mean, that's logistic. Like, think about how much knowledge you have as a human being compared to all the knowledge there is. What is the percentile on that? We all really know nothing compared to everything that's out there.
That's
so
fair.
To be a person that thinks you can't learn anything is to be a very big fool. That's just my take.
I agree. That doesn't sound like the worst thing. Give me till the end of the week. Let me roll some things around.
Yeah, just a suggestion. Just throwing it out there because, like I said, I've got my documents up for in my T2. So, and I was like, I told a couple of the others, I was like, I really, if you read them, please comment and tell me, like, if you have questions. Is there some blanks that haven't been filled that I could give me something to write more on?
Now getting
to make you feel any better, what I've read over the initial sort of like founding of the city and whatnot, I found to be really cool, and the duality between some of the characters.
I try not to make them long, but just because they're not long doesn't mean I haven't spent hours thinking through them and putting them together in a very concise and way. Like, there's a lot of time in there, even if it isn't long, but I'm open to any suggestions because you're just helping me add more to it.
Indeed. Okay, well, the guys at IOPC are waiting on us. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my patrons for the absurd amount of generosity. Why, yes, we're putting out official homebrew content now. Video coming soon. What even is my life? Like and subscribe. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye. See you later.